Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We have a special Q101 Twisted announcement about 5 minutes away. So, very special announcement relating to Q101's Twisted, which is a month away, by the way. We're getting there. So, get your tickets at Q101.com for any of the 4 nights, all of them. But a really special announcement coming up and a giveaway involved with that for Twisted in just about 5 minutes. I want to thank everybody that came out to the Harper 3-year-old birthday party. Let's go. Kenzie and Case both showed up together. More on that in a second, but it was a fantastic day. It was kind of an open house, too, because we bought a place. So it was the first time everybody saw our place as well, and a lot of food and drink. Thanks to Smoke Daddy. I shouldn't say thanks. I mean, I paid for it. They didn't provide, free barbecue.
This wasn't sponsored.
But it is delicious. Their barbecue chicken, barbecue pork, and even had some Doritos for Case. He did not eat or drink the Doritos. He did not drink the ones.
Oh, I had a Coke Z.
Yeah. Coke Zero, by the way, pretty popular. I bought all this beer, and but the Coke Zeros were all gone by the end of the night there. So
I'm trying to slim down.
Yeah, well, it works. Look at me. That's all I drink is Coke Zero. So I don't know where I want to start with this, but I know that, first off, very thankful for your gifts. They were tremendous, really generous gifts on Kenzie and Case's part for Harper on her 3rd birthday.
Aww,
very nice. Now, Case came, but he had Kenzie pick him up on the way down.
Okay.
Also, very funny to note that Kenzie's husband got there early before Kenzie and the kids because he had to work an event later on.
Yes.
So he came, enjoyed some delicious barbecue, mingled with everybody there he didn't know, and then when Kenzie arrived, he left.
Yeah, with the kids. He's
said,
like,
okay,
all right, this looks like my cue.
That's my move to the door.
The tornado
there.
children walk through the door, and he's like, I got to scoot. Okay, so what happened is he had to work that night, and I had, obviously, both the boys who were going to drive down to the party. I'm like, well, we have to drive separate because he had to work until 11:30 that night. So, no way.
And to be clear, and the party started at 3 and was over by about 7. So yeah.
Right. So I was like, well, obviously not. And my other choice was he goes, well, you could also take an Uber to the train station if you want me to drop you off. I go, I would not like to do that with the kids at night. So that's not what we're doing. So we decided to drive separate. And then Case goes, I don't have a ride. Would you pick me up? And I go, I had never been to Brian's house. And I go, where do you live in relation to Brian? Because I don't want to drive. I'm coming from Elgin. I go, I don't want to drive, and Brian's almost like in a Wrigleyville area. So I'm like, I don't want to drive past it, like if you live in the Loop or something, and then circle back because I have the kids. He goes, I live 5 or 10 minutes from Brian. I go, okay, I could do that. It took me over 30 extra minutes. I get off on Nagel, okay? I'm like, all right.
Careful with that one.
I know. And we had already been driving for an hour and a half. My poor kid's in the car. We're already driving for an hour and a half. And I get off, and it says my destination is 5 miles on the right. And I was still over 30 minutes from my destination. And I go, well, that can't be right. And it wasn't right because it took even longer than that because everything went down to one lane. I was driving on side streets for over 40 minutes to get to Case's house. And then I'm very close to Case. There's a McDonald's next to his apartment, okay? Right next to it, and that's where the light is.
Please don't dox me. Please don't give me any more information.
I'm about to.
To be fair, there's a lot of McDonald's in the city.
But this one's really close to my apartment.
Very close. So I call Case to let him know I'm in front of the McDonald's, as in, get ready,
I'm
okay?
standing outside like a child waiting to see if his floozy dad's going to pick him up for the weekend or not.
If dad's going to go get cigarettes again and not show up to pick you up for his child support visit.
I'm standing outside in the rain waiting for Kenzie.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I'm driving all the way there. I go literally more than 30 minutes out of my way with 2 kids in the car to pick up Case. Fine. I'm at the McDonald's, which is at a red light, and I'm calling him.
Doesn't sound fine at all.
I am calling because he said it was super close to you, and guess what? Newsflash, not that close. I'll get to that in a second. So then I'm calling him to be like, hey, get ready, because for all I know, he's still in his apartment or something. What if he didn't come down? And he goes,
I'm in a robe.
Yeah. Ooh, I need 15 minutes. And I kill you.
I picture Case with those cigarette holders, smoking a cigarette, waiting for kids.
He's like, when you're at the airport, it's do a lap. Come back in a minute. So I'm like, I call him, and he goes, oh, you're in front of the McDonald's? And I can now see Case, and he's looking as in, I'm not going to walk all the way over there, which would have been less than a block. And I go, relax. I'm just saying be ready and get inside the car. but he was being dramatic as if that would be too much work for him to walk less than a minute and a half to the McDonald's next to his apartment building.
I think he's got a retort here.
This is the first of many times that I'm going to ask, can I defend myself?
You can defend yourself now. Go.
Kenzie called me and said, hey, I'm next to the McDonald's. Not, I'll see you in a second. I'm next to the McDonald's. Not, I'll be right there. She just said, hey, I'm next to the McDonald's. End of sentence. And I went, okay, like, should I walk? And then by the time I finished that sentence, she was already in front of my apartment. I just didn't know what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Instructions.
I saw you looking at the McDonald's. I saw you. You were like squinting, like, ugh, all the way over there.
You saw him in the rain, standing out there in the rain, squinting whether he should walk across the street or not.
Kenzie drives a white Jeep. There were a weird amount of white Jeeps passing by. And so
And
I
you kept
kept
getting
on,
excited?
I kept on thinking it was Kenzie and it wasn't.
Oh.
I was like, oh,
Okay.
man, my dad's never going to come get me.
So then I pick up Case and I go, great, you know where Brian lives? He goes, no. And we're already going. I swear to God. Brian, I thought he knew it.
That is true. And I do hate to hand it to Kenzie, but that is true.
And I'm like, are you effing for real, bro? Like, you just got in the car. I thought you would have the address pulled up or you want to get there. And so now we're driving and we're getting really close to the exit for Lake Street.
I knew we had to get on Lakeshore.
And I'm like, can you like look? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Can you tell me? And he's like shakily trying to type it in. And I go, am I getting on this road or not, bro? I got like 10 seconds.
Otherwise, she's going to drive right into the lake.
Yeah.
She can't go right or left. She's going right into the lake.
Get on Lakeshore. We'll figure it out.
And then he's like, and then he goes, okay, it's 17 minutes that way. And I'm like, wow, that's different than 5 or 10.
Oh, my God.
I thought we had a nice time in the car.
Oh, my God.
I was very nervous because when Kenzie and I hang out outside of work, it's when I'm at my most inappropriate. The conversations that Kenzie and I have away from the office are things that we cannot repeat. And she had her kids in the car.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, that kind of...
Buzzkill.
Yeah, I was like, well,
Buzzkill.
I was going to have a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk to Kenzie about that I can't now because I got an 11-year-old in the back seat. He's forcing me to censor myself.
Case goes into his Andrew Dice Clay bit.
Andre 3000 Dice Clay bit.
I was like, what's the Andre 3000 thing?
My bad. I'm thinking of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too much. All
I
right.
go to my Andrew Dice Clay material, yeah. When I'm with Kenzie, though, I do.
Yeah.
I'm working blue, baby. I'm at my most inappropriate.
It's true. We talk about really bad stuff.
So that couldn't happen. Eventually got to the party and he come inside and it does look like Kenzie brought her third son from a previous marriage we don't know
And
about.
I just want to say, the reason I had Kenzie pick me up was that I didn't want to show up alone because I didn't know who all was coming to the party. I was granted the +1. That +1 did not make it.
Nope.
So left the
Boy,
country.
did they not.
They left the country when I invited them to this party.
Yes, they did.
And so I didn't want to show up and have it just be Brian and all his like daycare friends that all have kids. I didn't know there were going to be other people from work there.
Yes, there were
So
other
I
people.
wanted to show up with Kenzie just so I knew somebody that I could talk to.
Yeah, Brian Phillips was in the house.
And guess what? Guess what? We show up. My husband had already been there for like 45 minutes. He ate, then he leaves. And I go, I thought you had to leave at 5:30 because it was 5. And he goes, the parking. I'm like, okay, that's convenient.
Yeah, let me tell you, he had a great time. He was
He seemed very excited.
he worked the whole room and he ate several servings. He had a great time.
Oh, yeah, he loves food.
Without
He's
you had a great time there.
Yeah, Dyson vacuum. That's what I call it. He scoops up everything.
And then you arrive in, and so Brian Phillips was there, our afternoon host. Pants, a guy who does all our production. He's brilliant. He was there.
I didn't know they were going to be there.
Guess what Case does? I pick him up. I come inside, and then he ditches me, and I don't know anybody.
But I
He
don't
spent the whole time in the corner talking to them about music in rotation, which made me want to kill myself.
Here's what I did, and it was, first of all, I don't feel like I abandoned Kenzie. I don't think that room was big enough to abandon anybody there. But I saw Brian Phillips. I go, oh, I've been meaning to talk to Brian Phillips about the band Geese. There's this band Geese who are having a real moment right now. They're really hot. They're from New York. They're kind of from where Brian Phillips used to live. I go, I wonder if Brian Phillips knows Geese. And so of course I ask him, and we start talking about Geese. And I made the comment to Brian Phillips. I go, yeah, they've been in heavy rotation in my apartment lately, right as Kenzie walked by. And I hear Kenzie go, oh, God, why would you say that? I go, well, I'm talking about a band. They've been in heavy rotation in my apartment. I was being normal. I was being social. I was being so normal.
Well, again, Case was in the apartment. He did spend, every time I glance, I'm working the room. I got a lot of different guests of a lot of different factions of my life.
You got the kids there. I understand.
Kids were there, too.
Yeah,
I seemed to bump into and talk to Kenzie a lot in the 20 to 25 people that were there. But every time I looked over, Case was talking to Brian Phillips and Pants, who work here.
I was having a conversation.
I understand.
That's being
But
very
like,
normal.
how much did you need to know about geese? It was 3 hours. Like, I understand you wanted to ask that, but like 2 hours later, it would have been nice if you circled back.
But then we started talking about the Sunday playlist and what he was going to play on Sunday, and then we started talking about other work things. And we were having a very. I don't see Brian Phillips as much as
I'm just like not like Case goes somewhere and then all he does is talk about work. Do you
That's
know
all
that
I have going
sucks?
on.
It's not
I
listen,
only know work.
Don't sell yourself short. You have other things going on in your life besides talking about music
When
and
we
work.
talk, that's not what you talk about.
Yeah,
No, funny you say that because after I was done with Brian Phillips, because Brian Phillips left the party, and so I was like, all right, I have to move on to somebody else now. So I run into Brian's brother, Steve. Steve knows everything about my personal life, including a bunch of stuff that we haven't talked about on the show. He's like, oh, how's so-and-so? What's going on here? I heard this about you. I go, what? I didn't realize I was the main topic at the Haddad family dinner.
You are.
I have been coming up a lot in conversations that I haven't been a part of, apparently.
Well, at least you had a positive interaction because I'll tell you what happened to me with Steve's wife, who's the scariest person in the entire world.
She said, this is a Kenzie lens, by the way. This is the lens from Kenzie.
Oh my
She said,
God,
hi,
I got
this is how
yelled
Kenzie
at.
gets it.
No, I got yelled at. So I get in there, okay, and like again, my husband drove separate, so I'm trying to get both my kids in. I have all these bags. Case can attest. It's a whole thing. Okay,
And I helped.
you did help. You were carrying like Harper's gift and stuff for me. I'm trying to get everyone down the street, okay? So we get into the apartment finally. I have to sit down. I have to feed both of my kids. Finally, they're running around playing so I can get a plate. I'm definitely between picking up Case and feeding both kids and getting them in the house, I finally get to sit down and relax and eat. Brian and Megan are like, let's sing Happy Birthday Now. No problem. I'm excited. Let's put on a little show. Let's do it. I love it. Little dinner to show. So they go to do it, and Megan goes, "Oh my gosh, Kenzie's still eating. Let's not. We can wait." And the sister-in-law goes, "We don't need to stop the whole birthday party just because she decided to finally eat." And I'm like, "What the hell?" I go, "I don't want them to. I'm eating one slider." So then I'm food shamed after I finally sit down after driving for 2 hours. Kids fed, everyone else got to eat, and then I'm getting yelled at by a sister-in-law for ruining the entire party and throwing it on hold.
And Kenzie did ruin the whole party and put it on hold.
That's what I heard, too.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
rumor going on. And we did go ahead with the cake, by the way. We let her just keep eating her slider there. We sang
I'm like,
happy
just
birthday.
do the cake.
It's glorious. All right. By the way, Steve from Broadview checking in saying he's enjoying this recap of Harper's birthday party. Thank you, Steve, for checking in. And from Broadview, the people out there. Now, we do have, let's see, a special announcement concerning Twisted right now before we get to break. Q101 Twisted, by the way, going on right now, actually. So it just happened at 8 o'clock. What is on sale right now is sound checks to every night of Twisted. Am I getting that right, Case? It's every night you can purchase these for?
Yes.
So we're going to give away right now to caller 10, 312-591-8300. You can go to the sound check to Cake's Sound Check. This will be night 2, Wednesday, December 10th, a month from today at the Aragon Ballroom. So you get Cake's Sound Check. You get a printed show poster and a photo with the band. So
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you get into that night of Twisted, or do you have to leave after sound check?
Tickets are included too.
Okay.
Twisted.
Okay, great.
You see them try to drag you out of there once you're in the building. Come on. The sound checks are so cool. I love going to the sound checks as well, just seeing the bands when they're warming up before they go on and all that other stuff as well. Now, the tickets are on sale now. You can actually buy these right now at regular ticket price for a limited quantity. So the regular ticket price, limited quantity of these special sound check tickets for all 4 nights, and this would be for Cake. We're going to give away right now at 312-591-8300. You get Cake, Twisted, you get to see them there at the Aragon, plus a printed show poster. You hang out at the sound check and a photo with the band. 312-591-8300. Call now.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and today is the 50th anniversary of a very pivotal event that happened here in the Chicagoland, I should say Great Lakes area. Today is the 50th anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Now, this case, do you know what that is at all, by the way, when I say that? The wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
I have no idea.
You have no clue, never even heard of it.
I think Cheryl Scott mentioned it on her Instagram story yesterday when she was talking about the weather. Because I thought, I don't know what that is. But that's the only, I have no idea what that is. I don't know who Edmund Fitzgerald is.
Do you know he sang a real great song? Edmund did. No. Do you know the song, The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald at all? Never.
Nothing, no.
Nothing in your range.
I'm not much of a sea shanty guy.
I didn't think you were.
Yeah.
But it's also being 26 years old. I'm just curious in the barometer of knowing this song.
And I think you would say that for a 26-year-old, I have a pretty diverse palette of knowledge. Some of the things that I know are a little strange.
Well, you know things that 70-year-old people know.
I love your Johnny Carson impression, for instance.
No one on earth, not even people older than me, have asked me for my Johnny Carson impersonation.
But I don't know who the Edmund guy is.
That's fascinating to me. Kenzie, do you know what the Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is?
Okay, so I do know this, and I've taken the tour. So obviously the boat sank, so I wasn't on that boat.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler,
I didn't even
sorry.
know that much. That's news to me.
So Case, I thought you just spoiled it all for Case.
Sorry. So I took the Fitzgerald. Anyways, I took the Fitzgerald experience. It happened in 1975. So if you're not caught up, that's on you.
Yeah, 50 years ago today, the boat sank on Lake Superior during a severe storm. 29 crew members died, and there was a song written about it that was very impactful in the 70s. We'll get to that song in a second.
Right. So there's a tour in Duluth because they have a boat that's very, very similar docked. It's the Colonial James M. Schoonmaker Museum ship in Duluth. So you can tour that. Have you ever seen that docked boat in Duluth? That's what that is. It's for the National Museum of the Great Lakes, and it was a 75-minute guided tour, and it goes over the Fitzgerald sinking, and you're like seeing all the rooms and stuff like that. So I actually was on that boat and did that tour. But I was so young, I think I thought I was like on the Titanic is what I thought that I was receiving. Was I was like, oh, this is like the Titanic, but it was the Fitzgerald.
No way. I can't believe you went on some kind of tour of where it sank.
I did, in Duluth.
That is wild. I would love to do that.
I know. Honestly, Duluth, one of my favorite cities to visit. It is so cool. It's all on Lake Superior. Lake Superior has a lot of haunted aspects and sinking. It's one of the coolest cities, like the old school drawbridges and stuff. I love that city.
In case you want to make a road trip to Duluth?
I got to be honest, not on my list of places to go.
Now
you should go. It's so fun. Then you can drive up to like Grand Marais and you can see all the falls. It's very fun.
I don't want to do that.
It's like very naturey. I've gone hiking there many times.
We know you don't like the outside.
Yeah.
The outside.
But I can put you inside the boat.
We can drive in a car for, I guess it's probably 14 hours from here.
Oh, my God.
Because it's all the way up to through Minnesota. And then we can go to Duluth. And I imagine there's probably a hardcore band from Duluth you can go see beforehand.
Life's Questions from Minnesota. I could go see Life's Question.
Wow.
But I've been going through a real internal crisis lately of traveling and wondering if I'm missing out by not seeing the world, as some people say. But Duluth wasn't on my big board of places to go see.
Well, it should be added. I mean, this was
a good weekend trip. So if you start seeing a girl or whatever, that would be like a good weekend trip for you.
Yeah, 14 hours in the car.
Let's not put the cart before the horse, okay?
Yeah.
I know, sorry.
I mean, remember his +1 went to the other side of the earth to Harper's birthday party when he found out that she might ask him to go.
Just for context on that real quick, I did invite a woman to Brian's 3-year-old's birthday party that I had been seeing. And her response to that was, I'll let you know. And then the next week, she booked a trip to another country on the weekend of the birthday party.
And not Canada or Mexico, like across the ocean.
She went to Europe, baby.
Yeah, no, she made other plans.
She did not want to do that.
I am like always Case's backup, never the bride, if you will. Because Case's like, can you pick me up now? Because this other girl won't. I'm like, that's nice. Sure, I'll go get you.
And when I play this song, Case might think he wanted to be on the Edmund Fitzgerald when it went down 50 years ago, sadly.
I could have told you that before you started playing the song.
One of those 29 crew members that sadly, tragically passed away.
So what's the deal with the song?
So the song is...
Did the song come before the wreck?
Well, no, because the boat didn't wreck. It's about the wreck.
What do you mean the boat didn't wreck?
The song is about the wreckage of the boat.
So the song came after the wreck.
They didn't predict it. It's like The Simpsons.
That's what I asked you.
But you said that the song come before the wreck.
Yeah.
It couldn't have.
Oh, okay. All right. So
you understand?
Right.
The boat crashed and everybody died, so they couldn't wrote a song about it before it happened. You understand?
I understand now. That's why I asked the
That would
question.
have been really scary.
That would have been the Final Destination stuff right there of the movie.
That's not good.
So this guy named Gordon Lightfoot wrote the song. Gordon Lightfoot wrote the song.
Okay.
And he's from Canada, and it turned out to be one of the biggest songs of the 70s. It was like #1 on all the charts, and Canada, of course, and in the Midwest, because every radio station here played it. I don't know who would have played it back in the day here, but maybe Light FM.
So it wouldn't have been on Q back in the day. Like, I haven't heard this song.
It wouldn't have been.
Think.
It's like a yacht rock song. It would be on yacht rock playlist, but it's also a sad song, so it's not really yacht rocky fun.
I wonder if I'm going to recognize it and just didn't realize that's what it was about.
Well, let's play a little bit of it. And actually, he died a couple years ago. He made it to 84. He had a nice run. Gordon Lightfoot.
He was on a boat.
No, I think he was a smoker. He always catches up with you from those people from that era. But he died, and then actually it went back on the charts and hit number 1 again, the song did, when he died. So let me play a little bit of it and see if you recognize any of this. I think Kenzie will probably, but it doesn't sound like Case will. So Case, let me know if you like this song here. So far, like, what's your vibe?
I don't like it. I
haven't even heard. How can you have a pulse on that already?
I didn't like the guitar tone.
Because I knew he would have some kind of comment about this sounds sad. He doesn't like being sad.
Well, that's not true.
I mean, you don't like things that lead you to more sadness.
Also not true. I just don't like the guitar tone. I normally wallow in sadness.
True.
All right, listen a little bit more.
Sounds like Mazzy Star, kind of.
Hotel
See,
California.
So now do you like it a little more?
A little bit more, because I do love Mazzy Star.
Kenzie, you think it sounds like Hotel California?
If you don't let me hear a damn word, I'm going to lose. Stop pausing. I want to know what it sounds like.
Okay, here comes the lyrics. It's really sad, okay? It's really sad.
The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down at the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy.
See, he's describing the scene. The lake never gives up her dead, according to the Native Americans. And then the wrecks come through in November. The storms come through. It's leading to this, oh, my God, something's going to happen here.
Okay, all right.
What do you think so far?
I'm not loving it. It reminds me a little bit of like a Marty Robbins song, but way less good than Marty Robbins because I really like him.
I don't know Marty Robbins.
Oh, the country singer from the 50s? You don't know Marty Robbins? Sorry, I guess that's just
See,
me.
this makes my point. Case knows about that guy, but doesn't.
Everybody knows Marty Robbins.
But doesn't know this song that was the biggest song of the 70s.
Check it if you know Marty Robbins. A very popular country singer of the 50s.
Kenzie, like the vocal tone so far or no?
It's fine. I feel like I'm camping. like we're around a campfire.
I understand what you mean, and I think that's why I don't like it.
It's kind of an Irish shanty song.
With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty.
So now you know it's weighed up. The boat's weighed up.
Is he like Irish?
He's Canadian.
Huh. Where'd that accent come from?
Let's check out his accent. I think he might be Irish as his heritage.
That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early.
See, it's scary because the storms come in early in November. They thought they had this easy boat ride like you did on that.
Do you think I can't hear? I just want to clarify. What do you think's happening here?
I want to make sure you understand what's going on.
I appreciate it because I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I'm following. He's not battle rapping. I don't think you need to break it down the way you are.
Is Twista on the song? Does he come in with the verse?
He comes in really fast, like he goes, yeah, but
I can understand you breaking that down. Like, we can hear it.
All right, well, I'll play the next verse and see if you understand what's going on. I know Case doesn't know what the hell's going on right now. He's already lost interest.
The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin.
See, the ship was coming back from Wisconsin.
I got it. You know, it reminds me of the Cats in the Cradle.
It has a little bit like Cats in Cradle.
Which is the most depressing song ever.
It's the best man cry song, Cats in the Cradle, without question.
I hate it. I can't do it, man.
Do you cry, though, or no?
Yeah, it's absolutely made me cry.
Because mostly it's like the dads that cry.
Sorry, I still care about kids not being able to have a relationship with their dad. I'm like, oh, not my problem.
Well, you got enough problems. You don't need to add that to your problems.
Makes me sad.
As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned.
See, the problem is it's a 6-minute song, and the story's going slow. Like, I'm not doing the whole thing. We can't do it.
Well, especially not at this rate. You're like, so it was a big crew. I'm like, I got it.
708 just said, can you shut the F up and play the whole song we heard ourselves? I can't play a 6-minute song on Q101, this song.
Okay, but can we hear the chorus once? Or does the chorus only happen once?
And by the way, I'm not mansplaining the song to Kenzie.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
The song.
I got it. I couldn't, it's slow moving. I'm picking up what's happening.
What a funny thing to be accused of mansplaining
He's
for.
telling the story.
I'm mansplaining a Gordon Lightfoot song to Kenzie now?
God, what is this, the Grinch? I don't need a narrator the whole time. I got it. I got it.
Concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland.
See, they were going to Cleveland.
I hate you so much. I hate you. You don't even know the information about. You're just repeating the song. Trying to act like an expert. Shut up.
Later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling?
Oh, crap, there's a guitar break down there. I'm just trying to...
Let's hear
Where's
it.
the chorus?
I'm trying to get to it.
Kenzie, I understand why you think it sounds Irish, because it reminds me of the song Alone Again Naturally by Gilbert O'Sullivan, which is a bit of an anthem in my apartment, but
Okay.
it sounds a lot like Gilbert O'Sullivan. So
Right.
so I kind of think he's Irish too.
I want to say this word, but I'm not sure if it's a slur. So can I
Wait, what?
put your hand on the button?
Whoa,
Is your hand on the button?
You're- Okay, I got my hand on the dumb button.
It's a real question. I don't know. I've heard this, but I don't want someone to be like, do you know where that came from? Is this what we call a jig?
I'm not going to dump Jig.
Can I say that?
No, Jig does have a complicated legacy,
Does it?
I think, but you're okay. You're not canceled.
I don't know if it does, but saying it out loud doesn't feel good. Can you say that word?
Irish Jig is someone who's Irish dancing.
Irish jig. I've heard that before, but boy, does that not roll off the tongue the right way, huh?
I don't think it's bad. I think you're fine saying
Okay.
Irish Jig.
Okay, let's hear this guitar solo.
The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing.
I really thought the chorus was coming in by now. It's 2 minutes in, and it's the wreck of the Edmund
Wait,
Fitzgerald.
815 just said there's no chorus. It just tells the whole story. Is that for real?
It tells the story, but he goes, "And the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald."
Well, I want to hear that part.
I'm trying to get to that part.
Is that the end? And then the boat was wrecked.
Wait, let me try five.
Go to the end of the song.
Wait, was it the end? Okay, I'm going to the end.
Bell chime to get Chigumi.
He's back to the lake, called it Chigumi.
Come early.
Oh, no, it goes off.
For each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald.
There it is.
Till it rang.
The bell's toll 29 times. Here we go.
Church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald.
There.
That's not a chorus. Do you know what a chorus is?
Yeah, but it's like you hear Edmund Fitzgerald, so he's saying it there.
What?
But you skipped so much of the song, I don't feel like I got the proper payoff for it. You had to start from the beginning.
All right, so when we come back, I'm going to play it unmansplaining Gordon Lightfoot. And
How long did it take? What time is that on the song?
5:58.
Oh,
It's 6
my
minutes.
The end of the song. I told you.
I know, but it's somewhere else in the middle too. But I just can't do it right. I can't keep going through it. Just
You know, you knew we were going to talk about this. Why didn't you even edit it?
because I want to just do it organically, and I thought it was coming up earlier. And can you listen to it on your own, like just later?
Is that what we're telling everybody listening?
Just
No, I
listen-
just do this like.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.